Greetings humans! Today I present another Minecraft 1.17 build hacks video with some new ideas as well as some old ones. So without any further ado, let me show you these ideas. So here I have a medieval bedroom and you can see I use a lot of candles, and that's because candles are like better torches. The reason why is like candles have adjustable light, and candles unlike torches can float in air. So we can do something like this. This is a candle holder using levers. So how you do this is you simply put a block over here, then you put your candle, and then you can break it and it stands mid-air. And you can put anything below it. And over here I put a lever to be like a candle holder near the bed to give off light. Over here is the same thing, and it's the same principle. We put a block underneath it, candle, and then you can break the block, and then you can add anything here. So over here I have a chain to a trapdoor, an oak trapdoor. I think it works best over here, and some open fence gates. From certain angles, it doesn't look that good, but from like over here, maybe, yeah, there you go. It looks a little bit better. By the way, here I use end rods as like some sort of plant holder, like fancy plant holder. I don't know how to describe it, but it looks really nice and it works really well because the pot here has a similar color to that. Over here I also use it like for a table, so there's this little detail here that maybe add more structure, I guess, to the table, and some acacia wood to complement it. You can also use the lighting rods as candle holders too. It's really nice. It has this part here that looks like it grips into the candle, and it works really nice as well. You can do both, really. Moving on, we have a mine. And there's nothing much going on here. There's like little coppers as details and such, dripstones. But again, this was an idea so on Reddit, and it was very popular, that you can use red candles as dynamites, because they do look like single dynamites. And it's really nice because you can put them like near TNT and some storage, and it does look like they are using TNT to mine up the thing over here. And another thing I want to show you is usually when we make it like a mine or like a blacksmith or like anything like that, like dwarven mine, and what would usually happen is when we have a scenario like that, we usually like take our ore blocks and then pile up them in a corner like this. And the problem with this is that it doesn't look as good, you know. It has a lot of stone here, and it's kind of maybe blends with the walls over here, and that wasn't like really good. I never used that, but now we finally have the raw blocks, so we can do like a raw block of copper here and pile them together. It looks so much better than like the normal ores for decoration. So over here I'll have like a big barrel over here to start a bunch of copper. Over here I have another little basket here, and I use some cut copper slabs because it looks like it has like bigger copper in there, and I have more variety with the block sizes. It also looks like oxidized iron, because when iron oxidizes, it turns into this orange color. But you can do with like iron, copper, and gold, and I think it works so much better than using normal ores over here. And that's basically it. And over here I have like a little pine tree, and the trunk of the pine tree is like a pointed dripstone, and it works kind of well actually. I really like it. Yeah, really nice. It gets thicker at the bottom. But anyways, and another idea using the dripstone is to make tiki torches. I already showed them in my channel, but you can make like really interesting tiki torches using the dripstone. So you put a campfire floating in the air, and then you connect 2 dripstone with that, and you have tiki torches. So over here I have a tiki scenario, a tiki ritual, and a giant totem over here, a wooden totem, very nice, kind of scary as well. It has some candles here for the ritual. Over here there's a path that I saw on Reddit by the user Lord Gracie. It has like rooted dirt, dripstone blocks, and raw iron blocks. Raw iron blocks really look like a pebble, and I think it would look great like maybe in a shore somewhere, you know. Instead of using sand and dirt, you can do that, because it really look like pebbles that you see on a river, on a lake or something, and it really nice indeed. Again, dripstone blocks, I use them as a palm tree trunk, and I think it works really well with the palm tree trunk. It has like horizontal lines, and it works very well. And by the way, if you don't like using dripstone for tiki torches, they can look a little bit big, and sometimes since they are like the placement inside the block can be random, you get some funkiness like that, and yeah, that doesn't look very good. You can also use lightning rods, two lightning rods, and a candle, and you still have like a tiki torch, a smaller version, but it works as well. Now, for my favorite block of the update is the moss block. The moss block is like so versatile. I really like it. And whenever we build Viking houses like this one, that the roof connects into the ground, we usually would use grass. But the problem with grass is when you look horizontally over here, it has that ugly dirt texture. But not anymore. Now you can use moss blocks and do a very smooth transition as grass grew into the thatch of the roof over here, and it looks very nice. You can add some grass blocks, variants as well, looks very nice to have more variety, and grass carpets. And with this technique, you can also do like smooth hills, because in Minecraft, again, there's a lot of the dirt texture, and unless you use a texture pack to remove that, or use Optifine, you won't have like smooth out hills. So I can do like smoother hills with this to hide that dirt texture, and looks very nice, looks more realistic in a way. And you can also do that for the same idea here. You can do for hobbit houses, because they have like a lot of grass on top, and using this wouldn't work very well. Also, since we have moss carpets, we can highlight underneath the carpet, or you could like fill an entire area with moss carpets, because mobs can't spawn on carpets. So you can make an entire area and simulate grass and make it mob proof. And I think it would look kind of strange and maybe a hassle to do, but maybe you can find a perfect way to use it and make your place non-mob spawnable. Little azalea bush here in a pot, love them, gotta love them, so nice. Yeah. Now, still using the moss blocks, you can do like trim bushes. So over here I have a modern build, and with modern builds you have like a little bit of a wealthier design. So here we have very blocky trim bushes. Also, there's this like bush wall over here that you see in modern builds and contemporary and such. You could use moss blocks because you don't really see the trunk from bushes like the wall bushes, but I don't like that much. It looks like just a block, doesn't look like a bush, so I do this instead. It's maybe not that realistic, but I think it looks way better. And the main thing I want to show you, sorry, I just started talking about moss block and I go all over town. So one thing that we usually use for modern builds is a lot of concrete and wood. And here I present a new block that you can use on your modern build, and that is Deepslate. Because Deepslate itself, the smooth version, already look like tiles, and dark tiles like this and that one are very popular lately among modern houses. So you can do that and make your build like a little bit different from other modern houses, and I think it's very nice. I really like it. Like these dark tiles over here, man, gotta love them. I really like it. And you have like wall variants as well and such, which is better than concrete, which we don't even have stairs of, unfortunately. Over here, Deepslate again to simulate like a concrete walkway. I would usually use powder concrete, like gray powder concrete for here, but you can also use that as well if you want to. And to top it all off, we have garden lights. So you can have like this spread all over your walkways, your yard and such, and I think it looks very nice. It fits very well with the modern theme. I just don't like the little flame particles that come from them, but I think the size and colors are perfect for this. But if you don't like the flame particles as well, you can also use lanterns. Lanterns are a bit bulkier, but they also work really nicely for this. You see? Yeah, anyways, you can use both. Now over here, we have a jewelry store, the jewelry and gem store. So going inside, there you go. First thing I notice is the chandelier, and it's a crystal chandelier, very fitting for a jewelries and gem store. And you already saw this is very popular. It's a chandelier made out of the amethyst, but instead of like using the biggest size amethyst shards in all of the sides, I used on the sides here the second biggest, because instead of like having like this shape over here, With the second biggest on the side, you have a more triangular shape over here. And I think a triangular shape, it's the better way to go with chandeliers. And to give light, not very much light, but to give some light, you use end rods here to hold the chandelier, of course. Now, for these display cases here, I use Deepslate ores, because Deepslate actually looks like a cushion here. So you can put like your gems and jewelry on, and I think it works really nice. I'm really proud of this. So I have emerald here, we have some gold here, maybe some gold rings and jewelry and such. We have some amethyst as decoration. I also use some candles here to make more jewelry, maybe some watches and so on. I also want to point out this little blocky bush here. I think I never saw a more blocky bush in my life, but this is it. You can kind of weird, but I think you can find a way to fit that in. Now for the last build hack that I will show you is using the Glowliking. The Glowliking is like a vine that glows in the dark, and it's kind of useless survival wise because it doesn't even block mob spawns, but decoration wise there's two ways that I found to use this. This you probably already saw is a popular thing where you can do like a transition between moss or grass into stone. So you start with a moss here, then we start with a moss block and a Glowliking on top of the moss block, then some mossy cobblestone, and then stone. You could also, if you don't have mossy cobblestone, you could like use normal vines, but the color is kind of different and you can throw people off. So I like using cobblestone. Now another way that I discovered to use Glowlikings is to make leaves colder. So if you have like a winter scenario or a Nordic scenario or whatever scenario that you need like Cody feeling to it, you can add Glowlikings to oak leaves and other leaves to make them look colder, as if they got like a little colder in the winter. Instead of just making like a lot of pine trees and trees without leaves, you can make that. And you can even add snow on top to sell the feeling better, or the atmosphere of the winter. You can also do like with spruce leaves. Spruce leaves are already cold enough, the colors of it, but you can stretch that and make them even colder. So using these two techniques here, I made a snowy castle. And it looks very nice. So here we have a transition between moss and stone, a gradient if you will, using the Glowliking, and also we have a pine tree over here and some tree over here, like an oak tree, and some bushes as well. So we cover those in Glowliking and add some snow on top, and I think they look amazing for it. I think they really help to sell the winter scenario, and yeah. I even used some Glowliking over here to look like the path is slowly being covered in snow, and I use a mixture of diorite and calcite, and that's basically it. So if you like this video, consider subscribing and giving me a like too. If you will build anything using these techniques over here, these build hacks, definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to read what you use them for. And yeah, thanks for watching, and farewell.